Section 1.5. Create an additive numeration system of your own. To create an additive numeration system of your own, you will need to do the following. First, decide on the number of symbols you wish to use, the symbols you plan on using, and make a table. So, in this case, we're going to make a numeration system, and I'm going to use 4 symbols. I'm going to create 4 symbols. So I'm going to let a square be my first symbol, a triangle be my second, circle be my third, and a pentagon be my 4th symbol. Okay, you can create any symbols you want. This will add some interest in the classroom by letting your students choose symbols, but you got to make sure you choose symbols everybody can draw. Now we have to come up with equivalents. So I'm going to second, decide on Hindu-Arabic values for each symbol. Every system must have a symbol to represent one. Okay, to make the system easier to understand and use, decide on the max number of each symbol you wish to use at one time in the numeral. For example, if you wanted each symbol to only appear a max of 3 times, you would multiply each previous Hindu-Arabic equivalent value by 3 plus 1 or 4 to get the value of the next symbol. Values would be 1, 4, 16, 64, and so on. If you wanted each symbol to only appear a max of 5 times, you would multiply each previous Hindu-Arabic equivalent value by 5 plus 1 or 6 to get the value of the next. Values would then be 1, 6, 36, 216. Now, so back to my system. I will use multiples of 4, so each symbol only appears a max of 3 times. So my first symbol is going to represent 1. So I let the square be 1, and then I multiply by 4. So I get 4, 16, 64. So my pentagon is 64, my circle is 16, and the triangle is 4. Now, express each of the following numerals as a Hindu-Arabic numeral equivalent. Down below you see I have the table. So now, pause it, take a second, see if you can represent 1, 2, and 3 above. All right, number 1 starts off with the pentagon, so that's going to be 64. 2 circles, that's going to be 16, 16. Square is going to be 1, 1. So this is going to be 64 plus 16 plus 16 plus 1 plus 1, which turns out to be 98. Number 2. Pentagon, which is 64, pentagon 64, circle 16, triangle 4. So this is going to be 64 plus 64 plus 16 plus 4, which is 148. Number 3, a pentagon, which is 64, plus a triangle, which is 4, plus a square, which is 1. So this is going to be 64 plus 4 plus 1, which will turn out to be 69. All right, now let's go the other way. Let's take a Hindu-Arabic numeral and write it in our system. So if I look at number 1 here, pause the video for a second, try to work these through yourself, then come back and check your answers. All right, number 1, 13. So that's 13 is less than 16, so I have to start with 4. So what do I have? I have 3 4s in 13, so I'm going to have 3 4s plus 1. So I'm going to have 3 triangles and a square. Number 2, I'm going to have 2 16s, 3 1s. Number 3, I'm going to 164, 116, 4, and 1 1 if I split it down. So it's pentagon, circle, triangle, square.